Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Curse of Monkey Island. So we are in a different point now. We had to give up in the last recording and pull up a walkthrough, and pretty quickly, as soon as I started using the walkthrough, any bit of frustration just put me over the ledge of using the walkthrough some more. And I don't really expect that to change, because once you are at that point in a point-and-click adventure game, it's really hard to go back and decide to try and play the game the way an original person would play it. So we've got a lot of stuff, and we're trying to get to this pirate ship because we needed a pirate ship, I guess. And we can see that there's some sharks in Danger Bay.
It's the bay.
D-A-N-J-E-R. Or
nice
D-A-N-J-E-R. Okay, so there's a gaping hole. Let's see if we can maybe chew a pack of gum and get some chewed gum.
Tastes like sirloin.
That was something I saw on the walkthrough. I looked a little bit ahead.
I don't have enough gum to plug a hole that big.
And then we probably don't want to mix those two things.
Hard candy and gum don't mix. Hard candy and gum don't mix.
There definitely is a hard candy that has a gooey center. So we want to get to this pirate ship.
Those must be the pirates who've taken Elaine.
It's kind of weird that we're not getting taken to another island. I guess we can't swim in the bay.
I'll be cut to ribbons by those sharks if I go in there.
Like, it would have thought that we would have had to go to a different island to save her. It almost makes it feel like we're gonna stay in just this one area. Let's see where this takes us. Otherwise, are these different paths? And that's a really slow animation. Alright, so we have Danger Cove now as a fast travel location, but let's double click over here, and not a ton of stuff. Like a compass. We do have the reservation slip though, so we know that much. So let's go this way, fast travel this way, and at least we'll be able to get into these this restaurant. And that'll probably give us some more items. There's absolutely no breadcrumbing in this game. It seems like you get items in random places all over the place.
Of course I have a reservation.
Then let's see your reservation.
We may find some item.
Very good. You may seat yourself, Mr. Pardon me, Mrs. Bryanstew.
So we've got some gross chicken. Let's grab some gross chicken. We're just, once you're in a new area in a point-and-click adventure, you're going to try to grab everything.
Much less touching it.
Let's look at it.
This is the greasiest, crustiest, most revolting chicken I've ever seen.
Ah, yes. He got our black and Cajun style chicken.
So this quiet patron is probably a reference to the guy who was an advertisement for the game Loop. Loom, not Loop.
He's awfully reserved for a pirate.
And Loom is an interesting game that probably had no chance of being any better than it was.
Ah! It's one of LeChuck's skeletal horde.
Aye. I fixed his little red dinghy, but good.
The undead that walk among us must surely be destroyed, lest their evil like overrun and befoul the world of the living.
Aye. And he complained about me chicken.
Oh.
So now we can look at the button. This looks like a character from
about Grim Fandango.
Yeah, Grim Fandango is apparently the game that was either out right before this, but Grim Fandango used the Grime engine instead of the Scum engine. So I would almost assume that Grim Fandango was the next game that they were going to release.
I don't want people always asking me about Grim Fandango. What can you tell me about Grim Fandango? Anything? I don't like to speak ill of the dead, but this guy's lousy at marketing.
So, yeah, this is just a reference to the original game and, like, cross-promoting your own, advertise your own games. Grim Fandango, a pretty good game, but actually plays pretty terribly because it's a very early tank-controlled 3D game.
This whole sordid scene has litigation written all over it.
Alright. So...
I can't eat
Eat
that.
the gross
The fumes
chicken.
alone would kill me.
Let's see if we can use the serrated bread knife on the gross chicken.
This chicken is too hard to be damaged by mere metal.
Alright, well then let's just grab this biscuit cutter. Let's look at the menu.
Value meal. 2 drumsticks plus super slaw. Looks like a fine deal if you like slaw.
We probably need
that.
slaw. What else is on the screen? Biscuit Barrel. Let's go pick up some biscuits from the Biscuit Barrel. Do we need more than
I don't
one?
need any more biscuits.
We got some ships in the bottle.
I wish that was a real ship that I could use to sail to Blood Island. I wish that was a real ship that I could use to sail to Blood Island.
Now, it doesn't seem like you can go in this back room, so there needed to be at least a door here, or a sign that said employees only. Something that doesn't make it seem like you could just, you know, click here and walk. The makers of the previous Monkey Island games would have known that. I see a lot of that in this game, where it just seems like they have a whole new team in charge of things, and there's literally nothing that we can do with this. Interesting, like, background.
The magic wand has no effect on that.
Sounds going on.
The magic wand has no effect on that.
Just make sure.
The magic wand has no effect on that.
There's this, like, I think it's an upside down horseshoe type thing up here. Let's see. Pick up the
It looks too
podium.
heavy to carry around.
So here's a grog menu. We'll look at that. But
Traditional grog, brewed the old-fashioned way, the unsanitary way.
real weirdness with this being the third game, and it's making some really weird mistakes. Things that would have been way more excusable in the original Monkey Island game, which had a lot of challenge and moon logic, but nowhere as much as this, or even the second game, which I think ends really badly, but otherwise I think is a fine sequel. Perhaps you would argue that by separating in the acts into 3 different islands, made it a lot easier to figure out. Or maybe it made the game worse because of that. Maybe it was too dumbed down. Like, I started playing this whole series. Let's see if we can give some gum to this guy.
Ah, that meat-flavored gum be looking mighty tempting.
Now,
but right now
there's
I be having this insane craving for something
no
crunchy.
reason for
Something
me to
crack me
really
teeth on.
know
Something crispy and
to offer
crackly,
gum.
like me mouth-watering, tongue-torturing,
I
chicken
probably
and
should
lighter
be
fluid
offering it to
special.
every
Aye,
character.
if I hadn't lost all me chickens, I could be savoring that succulent bit of squab right now.
Like, the thing here, and I only know this because of the
It's the owner
walkthrough,
of the shop.
is
He's got a
that
gold tooth.
if you look at him, he says he has a gold tooth. We want that gold tooth, so we give him the jawbreaker.
Would you like this jawbreaker?
Excuse me.
Thanks to ye.
But
Ouch! I think I loosed me gold tooth. Arr,
Why do
I
we-
knew sweets were being bad for me teeth, but it had a fine crunch and were a fiesta of flavor. From
Why
now
do we
on,
need
I'll
a
be
gold
sticking
tooth,
to
though?
fleshier foodstuffs. Something chewy. Well, there I go again. This old salt's got a craving for something to squish between me teeth.
So now, like, that's the first bit of breadcrumbing we've even had. But you would have to also know that the double hint is that this is meat-flavored gum, which would have meant looking at the gum, or remembering that maybe it was called meat-flavored gum.
This is really good steak-flavored gum. It gets you
when
here.
you first got that item.
Right here.
Whereas you could have been constantly reminded of that simply by having this labeled as steak-flavored gum, as you would have had in previous Monkey Island games. Like, none of the labels of any of these items are anything other than just the absolute basic thing. And we've got a pin, so of course we're gonna pop this. And
why, you little scamp. That's quite a funny trick you've played on old Cap'n Blondebeard.
right, but why do we need a gold tooth? Like, that's the point I stopped reading the walkthrough, so and apologies. The problem here is that we kind of don't have a logical list here. Let's see if this goes on this.
This biscuit cutter won't do any good there. This biscuit cutter won't do any good there. I want to keep this biscuit. I want to keep this biscuit. I want to keep this biscuit. I may get hungry later.
So you have chewed gum,
tooth is in the gum,
which we can put in the gum. Why are we doing this, though? Is it to put into some skull's mouth? I guess. Let's try the scissors on the gross chicken.
No, this chicken is too hard to be damaged by mere metal. I don't even like looking at it, much less touching it.
Do anything else? Okay, so what's the next thing we're gonna do? Let's double click out of this area.
Hey! Where do you think you be going in such a hurry? I don't suppose you know where me missing gold tooth be?
No.
Then what do you call that then?
Oh, that. I thought it was a rock in my shoe. I was gonna take it outside.
Sure you was. Give it back.
Okay, so we can't do anything with the gold tooth until we...
More gum? Yeah, it looks like you swallowed the last piece I gave you.
We can't leave this area with the gold tooth. So, at least that's helping us somewhat. That being said, this is a lot of repetitive actions. Rather...
Caught me bubble, did you? You caught me again.
A weird way to play this. Like, I'm having a real hard time imagining what the experience would have been if we were just playing the regular difficulty. Do we put it in the quiet patrons?
I don't think that would help. I don't think that would help.
Hey, so let's just try this with everything.
I don't think that would help.
We'll just try every single item.
Brute
forcing it.
I don't think that would help.
So it's not an item on an item, which kind of makes sense. So
it's a gold tooth and some gum.
Chew it. I guess maybe now I just walk out chewing it, just repeating the action.
Hey! Where do you think you be going in such a hurry? What have you be having in your hand there?
Well, what do you know? It's your gold tooth.
Give it over.
Okay, it's got to go out the window, doesn't it?
It's the window to the outside.
Alright, this is a rather complicated puzzle, and the bell is dinging
More gum?
at the clock tower
Looks
because
like you
my
swallowed the
computer
last piece
clock
I gave you.
just turned over to 11 in the morning, which is probably just more indicator of how often I'm having to take breaks because, well, I really wouldn't even call it frustration. Frustration is maybe 3% of the factor, and the other is just I'm having a lot of back pain and problems while recording this, so I'm taking a lot more breaks. So
The gold tooth is in the gum.
I think I've figured this out. We need to breathe in the helium, which is probably an infinite source of helium, and then we need to chew the gum, thus putting the helium in the bubble, thus allowing it to fly out the window and probably in the sign, which is all good and well, but really still not anything that makes any sense.
And this biscuit cutter won't do any good there.
Let's see, would this work on
This
this?
biscuit cutter won't do any good there. And this serrated knife won't work here. And this serrated knife won't work here. I don't want to pin that.
Magic wand, did we try
Magic
that?
wand has no effect on that.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Wait 1 second.
So we solved that
Do you
little
have
puzzle,
the gold tooth?
No?
Let me see.
and I don't know how you would skip that.
You don't have it.
And so it shows your
Darn,
inventory,
I'll have to order a new one.
and you don't
I
have
wonder
it.
where that tooth fell. It's an old crow's nest, converted into a sign for the chicken shop.
So it's probably either in the mud
I
puddle
won't be able to find anything in this mud by fishing around with my hand.
or the drain
There's
pipe.
nothing inside.
Let's see, so are we supposed to use the pie pan to sift the mud? Yes. That was
It's the
kind of
gold tooth.
logical. Okay.
Nothing.
Okay. So unless this biscuit plugs the mug, I don't know. We have this dye vat. Would we want to dye
That
the
doesn't
gold
need a gold
tooth gold? Let's put this buttery biscuit with the bottomless mug.
I want to keep this biscuit. I may get hungry later.
Well, what other things could we cut with a serrated knife? Are we supposed to perhaps use the scissors or the serrated knife on the chicken coop?
I don't want to cut that.
And now the
This serrated
problem,
knife won't work here.
we actually have quite a few things now in our inventory. It's like, I don't really want to have to try the serrated knife on everything, the biscuit cutter on everything, and the magic wand, and the scissors on everything, and the pin on everything. Each one of those items can pretty easily affect a wide variety of other items. I suppose if I could get something magnetic and make a compass float in water from the fountain, that might be an indicator on how to use the stage lights. Maybe that would just magically work.
This pie pan won't do any good there.
But yeah, I don't know. Let's see. So, serrated bread knife on the sawhorse did work, but I don't think we're anywhere close. Okay. So now we have a trail of rum to blow up a tree. And an ember on a stick that we got way earlier in the game. Let's see what this does.
Whoa, my head is spinning. I gotta lay off the rum.
So that in part now allows us to cheat by using the special rubber tree as a caber. But we're not even ready for the caber toss. We also need to do something with the chalk numbers, which doesn't really seem like there's anything to do with the chalk numbers right now. Talking to the cabana guy probably wouldn't do anything. I don't think there's anything to do here. Let's go to the swamp and see if maybe we need to use the gold tooth with Murray, because he's chewing gum too.
My pirate instincts tell me I should keep this to myself. That doesn't need a gold tooth.
And like, I'm fairly certain this and this don't merge together. Alright. So then back to Danger Cove. And no double clicking to move faster. So you have to walk through this whole section, this whole screen that only has this waterfall, as far as I can tell, and nothing else. So it would have been way more efficient for this whole square section here to just not exist. Curve the water a little bit differently.
It's wet.
Right. So pick up the waterfall.
No. Curiously refreshing.
Drink the waterfall. So we've got water.
This pie pan won't do any good there. I want to keep this biscuit. I may get hungry later.
So there's a waterfall, but then there's kind of no object here that works with the waterfall. Also, double clicking on even the red crosshairs does not get you closer to the item. You can, I guess, choose your interaction with an item and then watch an incredibly slow 10-second walk around. Alright. So, magic wand's not the thing to use.
The magic wand has no effect on that. The magic wand has no effect on that.
Glue.
I can't paste that.
With maybe the biscuit?
I can't paste that. I can't paste that. I can't paste that. I can't paste that.
Let's see if we need to cut the
This
whole
serrated knife won't work here.
more.
This serrated knife won't work here.
Wait, kind of assume that we're going
This
to...
pie pan won't do any good there. This pie pan won't do any good there.
So we got a gold tooth. We don't know what the gold tooth is for. We've got a biscuit cutter. We don't know what the biscuit cutter is for. Although it almost certainly seems like it would be used for something. I question heavily whether we would use...
That doesn't take wooden nickels. That doesn't take wooden nickels.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're kind of just lost again. What would happen if we went back to the cabana boy? We would just talk to him. He'd want you to be a member. we don't have a membership thing. If we go back to the coastline where we started this act, there's just a bunch of feral chickens, and I don't think the feral chickens are going to eat the biscuit. I feel like we're gonna hold on to the biscuit for a very long time. Is there possibly... Sure would be easier too if you could leave this direction. Like, it makes so much more sense for this to have been the screen. You walk in from this side, there's a waterfall this way. When you click on the waterfall, you can interact with it. If you move this waterfall downward on this one screen, having this whole secondary section in which really is nothing seems like a waste of artistic effort. So, what about the pirates? Is there something about the pirates we're missing? And we still have this dive at, which would make things red.
This pie pan won't do any good there.
Is there a way to grab the sign?
I can't reach it. I can't reach it.
I guess we're back down to just gum as far as offering things.
Plain meat flavored gum? That is like so 1650s.
It's easier to double click on that and move that way. Maybe we could... We gotta experiment here, so let's see if the gold tooth will get this guy on our side.
No.
Maybe it'll get Cutthroat Bill on our side.
Check this out.
Is that real gold? I guess you can find treasure.
You'll join my crew?
Either never
Sure,
gotten the idea
as long as my partners will join
that he was looking for treasure,
I'll need 2 more
or
sailors for my crew.
completely forgotten about that. As random as it is, that they needed to take a lot of these puzzles and separate it out, and this needed to be an act completely focused around just getting a crew. See if this encyclopedia will
I don't think he'd like
do
that.
that. And then let's talk to this guy and see if we'll do the caber toss, and then we'll at least see what goes on. Let's see. Let's
How did you become a barber pirate?
exhaust
I spent 10
everything, I
years at
guess.
sea on board the HMS Anathema, the fastest ship in the Scottish Navy.
So how did that help you become a barber pirate?
Sure makes it seem like this voice actor can only do Scrooge McDuck. Let's see. Let's just listen to everything,
Do you know
I
any
guess.
rousing pirate stories?
Well, there is the story of the secret of Bulky Island. We were a crew of 200 men under the command of Big Jake McJuggernaut, the most powerful captain on the seas. One night in port, Captain Jake heard the tale of an enormous treasure buried somewhere on Bulky Island. We set sail and landed on the island within a fortnight and found the treasure the next morning.
Let's see. Bulky Island.
Bulky Island. Where's that?
You won't find it on any map. Captain Jake took the location of the treasure to his grave.
Seems
Oh,
like
it was
this
a
might be
beautiful
something
sight.
that comes
A
back up.
tremendous chest made of solid gold. Big Jake leapt into the hole and wrapped his sinewy arms around the chest. He gathered his resolve, counted to 3, filled his lungs, and lifted with all his might. The sound of his back cracking brought a grimace to even the most steel-hearted crewman. By nightfall, the lot of us were lying on the beach, writhing in pain.
So, they can't pick up the gold treasure chest.
Why didn't you lift with your knees?
That would have been the weak man's way out. The pirate Angus McFulcrum had followed us to Bulky Island, wanting the treasure for himself. The weakling used a lever and took the chest, laughing at us as he carried it to his ship. And my proud Captain McJuggernaut died in traction, cursing himself for not being strong enough.
So yeah, that was some bit of information just to kind of remind you levers exist and that there is something heavy we're going to need. I guess that's what the plank is for.
You can best me in the caber toss.
Alright. Let's try this.
Sounds great. Let's do it.
Alright, so I'm going to be incredibly weak, but I have the rubber element.
Hey, I win!
By the spiraling bouffant of me great Uncle McManus! Never before have I seen such strength. Sure,
It didn't even show it bouncing. They didn't bother to animate it. Weird.
I'll need one more sailor for my crew.
Okay. So that was good. Well, let's talk to this guy and just double check to see what he wanted. How do I have to be a gentleman?
I am too a gentleman.
Then prove it. If you can defeat me in a gentleman's duel, I'll join your crew.
All right, let's get to dueling.
No, no, no. There are rules. If you want to duel with me, you have to give me sufficient insults.
Okay.
This is a reference to the original game.
How appropriate. You fight like a cow.
That's an old one. Come back when you have some fresher material, eh?
So we need to learn a new insult dueling system.
Hey, that's a nice shirt. How long have you
Bit
been
of a
colorblind?
Oh, please.
Call back to the original game. The insult dueling system was very random in the original version of Secret of Monkey Island, and it's memorable, but it's not particularly a great gameplay mechanic.
Did I mention you're a big old bedwetting duty head?
No, but I'm still not impressed.
So I guess we need to do something in the theater to learn some insults.
Nice cologne you're wearing. Did you actually roll around in dung or just dab a little behind each ear?
That's not the type of insult I had in mind.
I don't want to insult you. Why can't we just get along?
Okay. And the barbershop quartet
Whoa, look at the time.
item might be involved there. So let's see if we can just hit him with the glove on him.
Now there's a challenge. To the field of honor. Choose your weapon.
Okay. So glue
I
the
can't paste
pistol.
that. I can't
Pistol.
paste that.
Alright. Wooden nickels.
That doesn't take wooden nickels.
What else can we do? Magic.
The magic wand has no effect on that. The magic wand has no effect.
What else can we do to ruin a chance? Gum?
That doesn't need gum. That doesn't need gum.
Let's see. Bit of
I want
biscuit.
to keep this biscuit. I may get hungry later.
So it does probably
That doesn't need a
do
gold tooth.
need
That
some
doesn't need a gold
kind
tooth.
of
That doesn't need a
items,
gold tooth.
but very possibly this is a challenge that you need to fail the first time.
I choose this pistol. If I beat you, will you join my crew?
The odds of you beating me
So
are
we
so
now
astronomical,
know why we needed
I will
to
take that bet.
we need to change the numbers.
Again, I prove to you I'm the greatest duelist in the world.
So he just immediately turned around and didn't take any paces, and you took paces. So he cheated. So we don't even need to know how to do the insult part, we just need to know how to move the chalk numbers.
They're just chalked on the grass.
Okay, Can we use the saw on
This
them?
serrated knife won't work here.
Can we use the biscuit cutter on them?
This biscuit cutter won't do any good there.
Can we use the scissors on them?
I don't want to cut that.
Can we use the paste on
I
them?
can't paste that.
So, unless we can use gum
That
on
doesn't
them.
need gum. The chalk doesn't look that tasty. These are distance markers for the caber toss.
So there's something with the chalk numbers that we need to do, but we're missing that. I thought we were going to have to come over here and listen to that.
Romeo, yada, 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 yada.
I feel like at some point we are going to have to put something
Then
heavy or get something to fall that's heavy on the plank,
by which time the two of their houses are against themselves.
and or just pick up the plank and use it as a lever.
I don't need a plank to walk.
What fool then should I play the villain when the supervisor gives us
See if the biscuit cutter
This
works
biscuit
on
cutter
this,
won't do any good there.
or the
Oh,
serrated
Juliet,
bread,
yada,
bread
yada, yada,
knife,
No.
or
And
scissors.
I don't want to cut that.
Then, by which time the two of their houses are
We have a
against
headstone.
themselves, all undiscovered country. What
Over
fool
here,
then should I play the
quite a
villain
lot
when
of
the
things in
supervisor
this area
This biscuit cutter won't do any good there.
that
And then,
This serrated knife won't work.
oh, Romeo, yada, 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 yada.
I don't want to cut that.
Oh,
We have a
Romeo,
prop
yada, yada,
tree.
yada, 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 yada. And then,
This biscuit cutter won't do any.
the prop tree
This
would be
serrated
made
knife
of
won't work here.
wood.
then in act.
I don't want to cut that. I don't want to cut that.
So we have a worn travel trunk. That again, we'll try the bread knife on it,
This serrated knife won't work here.
and then we'll try that on the blood
This
on
serrated knife
sticker.
won't work here. This biscuit cutter won't do any good there. This biscuit cutter won't do any good there.
We don't need a sword for the well, for anything. We have a mirror. What would the mirror help us with?
No.
Okay, so we got a golden tooth that we don't know how to use. We've got a biscuit that we're probably going to use way later. We got a pie pan that we have used once, but obviously we're going to use again. We have a biscuit cutter that we don't know how to use. We got all of this in that one room that just expanded from the reservation slip, which is a lot of items, frankly, to get the reservation slip. And the only reason we got the reservation slip is because we figured out how to defeat the snake, which we needed the ipecac and syrup, and we also got the hollow reed when we defeated the snake, and we also got the encyclopedia. So everything we've gotten falls back to getting these scissors to open the path to the snake, whereas the path of getting these other items are fairly independent. Like, we just walked up and picked up the magic wand. We just walked up and picked up the glove. The ventriloquism book was unlocked for using the magic wand on the hat. We just walked up and picked up the flyer. The paste we picked up. The pen we picked up. The box of gum we purchased using the bag of nickels, which we just picked up. Skeleton arm we picked up. This was handed to us, and we started the game with the balloons. So it seems fairly easy that once you got the scissors, if you were just to make the first part of Act 2, get a pair of scissors, and have the voodoo lady say, you just need to get a pair of scissors. That's it, and then I'll give you more instructions. By the third game, she could literally say, I know you Guybrush Threepwood, you get easily distracted, so I'm going to give you these instructions very simplistically. And then once you have the scissors, you would get more instructions. That fictionalized crystal ball idea that I've thrown out there could have the voodoo lady call you up and say, I see you finally found the scissors. It's been probably 3 hours to just get to the scissors, and in getting the scissors we still don't really know what to do. So I think we will start next recording literally just looking at the walkthrough again, and that's a weird way certainly to start an episode, but yeah, we've made it 40 minutes with trying to put our own effort into it, and we stupidly accomplished 2 of the main goals in the fact that we've gotten 2 of the pirates to join our team, but don't have really a clue on how I'm supposed to manipulate the gun to make it jam. Grease, maybe? If I put grease in it, maybe the steel ball bearing would fall out. Glue would have made sense, but they didn't let me do that. Or some kind of cork or something, very Looney Tunes type solution, but I haven't seen any cork. There's a lot of places we haven't even been, a lot of things that seem like they're still going to need to be done. And what's funny about the walkthrough that I'm looking at is they said, well, you'll beat each act in a matter of minutes if you just follow all the instructions, but that is such an unrealistic experience. If I was playing this when this game first came out, I would be calling some $2 a minute tip line and asking for hints, and probably getting cryptic hints that aren't that useful, so that they could keep me on the line for longer. But thank goodness that walkthroughs now exist. Thank goodness that you don't have to buy strategy guides. If this game was a game that launched with a strategy guide, that would have been a better solution than the tip line, but not by much. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.